If you're looking for a newer neighborhood near Camp Lejeune, you may think you have to choose between having great amenities and being close to nature. But what if you don't? Today, we're touring the Preserve at Tidewater, a newer neighborhood in Sneads Ferry that claims to be both amenity rich and nature focused. So let's see if it lives up to that claim. My name's Emily Anderson. I'm a local realtor and military spouse, and it's my goal to help families not just choose a home to live in, but a neighborhood that they are going to love for their time here at Camp Lejeune. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of the amenities in the preserve, what the homes cost, and what it's actually like to live there, plus a few extra things I think every buyer should consider. So let's get started. The Preserve at Tidewater is a newer-ish neighborhood in Sneads Ferry. Construction here began around 2016, and today you will find resale homes, new construction homes, and even vacant lots within the neighborhood if you wanted to build your own specific custom home. Unlike many neighborhoods in this area, homes here are connected to public sewer instead of septic system, which makes things easy for buyers. You don't have to worry about a septic system to maintain. The HOA is right around $1,000 a year, give or take. And later in this video, I'm going to show you what that HOA covers because it's a little bit unique compared to some of the other neighborhoods in the area. Now, as we drive through this neighborhood and I show you around, one of the cool things I hope you'll notice is that the builders for this neighborhood have left a lot of the natural landscape. There's mature trees through the neighborhood, marshes, and that's a really cool feature because a lot of the newer construction neighborhoods around here, they completely clear everything out. I love that this neighborhood still has mature trees and it's still given quite a bit of character, even though it is a newer subdivision. Now, before we get deeper into the neighborhood, let's talk real quick about where it's located, because I believe the location is a really strong point for this neighborhood. The preserve is located in Sneads Ferry, which is a smallish town south of base. This is a town that's really close to the water, which makes it a place military families really love. If you want to learn more about Sneads Ferry, be sure to watch one of my videos on the area. Now, for the preserve, one great thing is you're only about 15 minutes from one of the public beach accesses on North Topsail Beach. Additionally, you're only 10 minutes or so to get to the grocery store. If you are working on the base, you can expect about a 10-minute drive to get to Courthouse Bay, which is also called the back gate of Camp Lejeune, around 15 minutes to get you to the Stone Bay Gate, and about 25 minutes to get to the main gate at New River. Now, all of these commute times are subject to change because, as it turns out, people love to visit Sneads Ferry because of those beautiful beaches. So spring, summertime, you're going to find quite a bit more traffic and you'll want to add a little bit of extra time onto your commute. Now let's talk about the homes you're going to see in this neighborhood and what it's going to cost you if you want to live in the preserve. Most homes in the area were built in the last several years, and they generally feature open floor plans, attached garages, modern kitchens, and all the things that you would anticipate for a home built within the last 10 years. You'll find a variety of home sizes and layouts, single-story homes, two-story homes. You'll find 3-bedroom homes all the way up to 5 or even 6 bedrooms. When it comes to home sales over the past year, we've seen homes sold for as low as $388,000 for brand new construction, 4-bed, 3-bath, about 2,300 square feet, all the way up to $540,000 for a 5-bed, 3-bath home. This was a resale, about 3,200 square feet. The average price for the last year is right around $450,000 with a home of about 2,700 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath. So pretty large homes is what we're seeing for the majority of the neighborhood. Of course, prices will continue to change over time, but I do feel like these numbers can provide you with a solid snapshot of what to expect currently in the neighborhood. All right, now let's dive into what makes the preserve different and why people choose to live here, because this is where I feel like it gets really fun and really interesting. To be honest, this neighborhood is offering something that we don't often see in newer subdivisions. I think what really separates the preserve at Tidewater from many other neighborhoods nearby is how much emphasis the builders and planners have placed on lifestyle. The community does feature a larger pool. They call it resort style. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but it is very, very nice. It features a cabana and a building with bathrooms, picnic tables. It is very large also compared to a lot of the pools I've seen in other HOA neighborhoods and subdivisions. Throughout the neighborhood, there are also sidewalks, which is a big plus, making it easy to walk, bike, or just enjoy your evening outside. But my favorite part of the neighborhood is the marshland trails. So instead of just driving past the marsh every day, residents actually have the opportunity to experience it through walking trails, fishing access, and even a kayak launch. There is a marsh path through the woods that will take you out to a really beautiful, large dock where you can look out over the sound. You can see the island. It's very, very beautiful. Also, a little side note, there are so many crabs that you can find, which is a really cool thing to see the natural wildlife here in the area. If you have kids, they will love it. I promise you. In addition to the crabs, you'll probably see egrets and other local birds. When we walked, we even saw a very big osprey nest, which is very, very cool. So if you enjoy being outdoors, but don't necessarily feel the need to own a waterfront property, I feel like this gives you a really good compromise. Also, throughout the neighborhood, you will see a lot of adults, kids, families riding around on golf courts, which is not something you always see in these neighborhoods. But I have seen so many families pulling out their golf cart to ride over to the pool or to the marsh trail, and as just a way to get around the neighborhood quickly and enjoy those amazing amenities. Now, one more thing I want to say, while this neighborhood definitely is more nature focused than a lot of neighborhoods I see, you will still notice a lot of these houses are still pretty close together. They're trying to fit in as many as they can. Additionally, there's a pretty wide variety in lot size. I've noticed on the interior of the neighborhood, you'll find some smaller lots. And as you move to the outside of the neighborhood, you're going to find some of those larger lots and a little bit more space. So while this is, I could agree, it is a nature-focused neighborhood, that might not be something you experience right in your very own home, in your very own yard and lot. However, there are community access to these really cool natural features. Now, in the beginning, I told you I'd share a few things I think buyers need to consider before purchasing in this neighborhood, and that's what we're going to get into right now. So one thing to know, like I just mentioned, there is that big variety in lot sizes in the neighborhood. When you do a little bit more research, you may find that some of these lots that look huge on paper are actually including a lot of wetlands. And so that is land that is not necessarily usable for you. When you see a lot that's over an acre within this neighborhood, I would encourage you to do a little bit more research about whether that contains protected wetlands and if you would be required to carry flood insurance on the home. Flood insurance is not required for the entire neighborhood, but it may be required for certain lots that are a little bit closer to the water. Another thing to keep in mind for this neighborhood is that there are still homes being built. So you may hear construction noise, you may get a nail in your tire. Just keep in mind that construction is still happening and some people do find that pretty disruptive. So take that into consideration as you're looking through the neighborhood. One more thing I want to make sure you consider about your lifestyle here at the preserve is that this is located in Sneads Ferry, which is not a city. So if you are looking to live somewhere with easy access to a lot of restaurants, shopping, other city amenities, this one is maybe not quite for you. Sneads Ferry does have one grocery store. We do have some really yummy restaurants. We are so close to the beach, but there is not a lot of big city amenities. For example, there's no Walmart or Target. There's no shopping mall. There is not a big health center. So those are things to take into consideration as you're looking at this area. So who is this neighborhood best suited for? Well, I would say it's great for someone who loves the outdoors, but also wants access to some great community amenities like the beautiful pool in the neighborhood. Additionally, if you're someone who likes to kayak, I think that this is such a cool place to live because you have that kayak launch. You can just drop your boat right in and go. Just pretty cool. I also think it's a great feature that you have options here, whether you're looking for a resale home, new construction, or even a lot to build on. This neighborhood offers all three while still being within a reasonable commute to Camp Lejeune and a pretty short commute to the beach. Now, on the other hand, if you are looking for a large acreage or land that is completely usable, not wetlands, then this neighborhood is probably not for you. Additionally, if you don't want an HOA or you wouldn't use these HOA amenities, I would probably recommend that you look somewhere else for your home here in the area. Just like every neighborhood, whether this is going to be a good fit for you and your family or not really just comes down to your priorities and what you want your lifestyle to look like here at Camp Lejeune. So overall, I think the Preserve at Tidewater actually does a pretty good job of delivering on those claims of being both amenity rich and nature focused. You will find that beautiful nature focus in the community areas, maybe not as much on your personal lot, but maybe you will, just depending on where you land in the neighborhood. Overall, it is a great choice for military families PCSing here to Camp Lejeune. And if you would like more information about this neighborhood or any of the other neighborhoods around Camp Lejeune, please reach out to me because I would love to help you discover where your home is going to be around here. I specialize in helping people discover neighborhoods and homes that fit the lifestyle they are wanting to create. So let's spend some time chatting about what you want life to look like, and we'll find the home that's going to do that for you. Okay, I'll talk with you soon.